అది కావాలి అంటే ఏదో ఒకదాన్ని ట్రై చేస్తుంది కదా. కొద్దిగా పొట్టిగా లాగా ఉంటుంది. మరి ఇప్పుడు ఎట్లా తెలియదు కానీ అప్పుడైతే పొట్టిగా లావుగా ఉన్నాను. అంత ఏం ఉండదు కాదు, అంత వేరేం కాదు. మీ పిల్ల అయితే ఎవరైతే లేదు, ఇప్పుడు లేదు, అంత లేదు. ఇప్పుడు అప్పుడు బాగుంది కానీ ఇప్పుడు అంత ఏం బాగాలేదు అన్న. ఎవరితో వాళ్ళ మ్యాటర్ ఎత్తలేదు. వాళ్ళ మ్యాటర్ ఎత్తినప్పుడు మనకి చెప్పు. లేదబ్బా, అంతే లేదబ్బా. నువ్వు ఎత్త డెవలప్ కాలేదు. అంకుల్ డాడీ అయిపోయాడు. పెళ్లిగా వద్దు, నువ్వు మాట్లాడావా మా అక్కతో? నువ్వు మరి అంతే. కాకపోతే లేదబ్బా, లేదు అట్లంటే లేదు. ఎప్పుడన్నా ఇంటికి వచ్చినప్పుడు మామనా అంత సీన్ లేదు, సునీల్ అంటది అంతే. ఎప్పుడన్నా అదే వచ్చినప్పుడు నేను వెళ్ళి అందరు మా ఇంటికి రారులే, నేనే వెళ్ళి మాట్లాడతా. వాళ్ళతో బాగున్నారా ఏంటండి, ఏం చేస్తున్నారు. అబ్బా అంత లేదులే. ఇప్పుడు అదే కదా మా బాధ. మామూలుగా ఇంటికి రారు, పలకరీరు, చేయరు, ఏమి చేయరు. రేపు పొద్దున చేసుకుంటే మేము వచ్చేదానికి ఉంటదా అని మా అక్క మా చెల్లి వాళ్ళ బాధ. అదే నేనైతే నాకేమట్లేదు, నేను వెళ్ళి అందరితో మాట్లాడతా. అంటే వాళ్ళ అమ్మాయిలు కదా, రాకపోయి సిగ్గుతోనో లేకపోతే పోతే ఏమవుతుందో, లేకపోతే మమ్మల్ని తక్కువగా చూస్తున్నారో తెలియదు కదా. వాళ్ళ ఇంటికి పోయేది ఏంటి అన్న కాన్సెప్ట్ కూడా ఉండొచ్చు కదా, రాలేదు అంటే. ఇప్పుడు తగ్గిందిలే, మా అత్తకి ఒకప్పుడు ఉండింది కానీ ఇప్పుడు తగ్గింది మా అత్తకి. మా మామకి బాగాలేకపోవడము, ఇంట్లో ఫైనాన్షియల్ ఇది, దీనివల్ల కొద్దిగా తగ్గింది మా అత్త కూడా. ఆడ ఇది ఫర్నిచర్ షోరూమ్ లా, దానిపైన కట్టింది డబుల్ బెడ్రూమ్. సరే చెప్పు ఏముంది.
So, good evening, everybody. Am I audible? Am I audible? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everybody. And so, let me share the screen also, and so that is my screen visible? Is my screen visible? Anybody can reply?
Sir.
Visible, sir.
Sir, no problem.
Okay, thank you so much. So now, yesterday we have been discussing about this robot. Let me go through this one. So this is what the robot which we discussed about yesterday, and so let me review the yesterday's topics. Yesterday we have been discussing about the introduction to Industry 4.0, fourth industry revolution technologies, and also we have been discussing about the short introduction about the collaborative robot cobot, isn't it? So now let us see the continuation of this class, automation know-how. So we must we must use those technologies which is easy to use platforms. For example, collaborative robot is a very easy to use platforms, and we should also standardize the and minimize the custom work and reuse the components which can be done using the collaborative robot. You must be able to share the internal automation technical know-how with the collaborative robots. Okay. So this is what the picture that shows that J. Edward Colgate and Michael Feshkin, professors of mechanical engineering, who are the inventors of the collaborative robot in 1997. That is how the evaluation of cobot that took place. So these cobots are nothing but emerging disruptive technologies that able to bridge the automation skill gap, and it drives a lot of low return of investment basically. So let me play a short video about the collaborative robot which will give the introduction basically. Is my video visible? Is my video visible? Hello?
Visible, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You want flexible automation, flexible workforce, and flexible production, giving you increased or variable production output. When you want to increase your output, or you need your production to handle rapid changes to meet demand, you could have your employees work extra hours. But extra hours will just make your employees less productive in the long run. You could hire temps, but temps can take time to get up to speed. Instead, add a cobot. But not just any cobot. Adding universal robots makes your workforce flexible. A flexible workforce allows you to meet rapid changes and increase demand. Use the cobot as a multi-tool and move it around the production line depending on your needs. So, when you really want flexible production and an increased or variable output, add a cobot.
So this is what, like suppose we wanted to go for a flexible automation or flexible production. And so flexibility in the employment workforce. So these are the added advantages of collaborative robot. So cobots are the key element in the rise of the industry 4.0 by creating the smart factories basically, which you are able to see in the picture also. These collaborative robots, in short, they call it as a cobot that reduces the downtime, and also it increases the efficiency of the machine also basically. Number three, that they are very much affordable at easy economical cost. We can use it in a very user-friendly manner, and we can program it also very easily. So we can increase the efficiency, and are most importantly that they are very safe to use around the human workforce. These collaborative robots share the workspace of the shop floor along with the human being. This is what the most important aspect of the collaborative robot. Now, next point is that collaborative robots, they form an integral part of the smart factories. So they are equipped with the powerful onboard computer. They have computers, so they can be easily integrated with the IoT and factory environment also. So this is what the most important part, because you can connect one machine to the another machine using the collaborative robots along with the Internet of Things also. And most importantly, they improve the transparency for the factory operators. Like for example, if a factory operator is operating, so you'll be able to know that what is happening around him actually. So that is a transparency. There are no hidden truths actually. The factory operator who are working on the shop floor will be able to understand the whole industrial production processes, and will be able to collect and analyze the data. For example, if you perform an operation by pick and place of object, so the operator will come to know that what time the object was picked and what is the weightage of the object which it has picked and where the cobot has kept. So these are the information that will be more visible in the collaborative robot systems basically. And you can also share it with the other systems also. That's what I said, that you can connect one machine to another machine using the collaborative robot and IoT technologies. And lastly, it provides a lot of physical assessment to the factory workers. It executes most difficult tasks that cannot be performed by the human workforce. For example, if you have if you're having a CNC machining or CNC turning, so if you fix the collaborative robot, it will go inside the machine and it will pick the components, it will insert the components and will perform the operations of the components also. Turning, you can say that turning, I think that people are from mechanical background will be able to understand the concept of the turning. So they can do the turning using the collaborative robot. Suppose, for example, if you put your hands, so your hands can get hurted. So you may lose the hands also in the turning machine. So in that way, then you can use the collaborative robots to perform the dangerous tasks. So let me play a short video over here. So this is what you can say that if you see the collaborative robot, you have seen the design. So there are a lot of sensors are incorporated into these collaborative robots. For example, sensor to detect the motion, sensor to detect the distance, sensor to detect the displacement, sensor to detect the weight of the object which you lift actually, sensor to detect the interactions, and sensor to design to determine the motion. So these cobots have several sensors that is incorporated in the system, so that will be able to do the job more easily, more user friendly, and more comfortably along with the human workforce. So I think that you got the point of the concept of the collaborative robot. So this is a SWOT analysis of the collaborative robot, that there are a lot of technologies or market potential for the collaborative robots in domestic and global. And also these are the cutting edge technologies that can increase the low bargaining power. So there is a strong government push also in the end user industry for the collaborative robot. So this slide shows that there may be a question which arises in everybody's mind, and it is also a lot of debate is happening also across the globe or across the nation, that when this industry 4.0 comes into the factories and in the market, whether we will be able to, whether we will lose the job. This is a question which there is a question, always a debate that arises, whether the jobs will be cut down. So whether the existing employees will lose the job? No. The answer is no. Why? Because when we do these industry 4.0 technologies in the industries of automation industries basically, so you need a skilled manpower. So this, you underline this word called skilled manpower. For example, so today you are attending this program on Andhra Pradesh State Skill Development Corporation on collaborative robots. So you will get a certification from Andhra Pradesh State Skill Development Corporation that you got trained on the collaborative robots. This is one added qualification that tomorrow if there is a industry, there are a lot of industries who are working on collaborative robots. They advertise a job that those who know the collaborative robots. So then you can apply for the job and you will get selected. And also the existing employees also, they will get trained on the collaborative robots. They may be able to reskill and upskill the collaborative robot trainings, and in that way they will be able to retain their jobs also. So 3 in 5 manufacturers said that there is a skill shortage. This is what the statistics that says. Only less than 10% of the jobs are fully automated. So it will create more jobs in the home countries and 50% increase in the productivity. So no job losses. So the industry will look forward for collaboration and connection, creating a greater work flexibility and control basically. So I think that this we discussed yesterday, that this is what the revenue that is generated from 2007 to 2018 that there is a 57% increase in the revenue. And also these collaborative robots that they have having a market size of $5.6 billion, accounting for 30% of the total robotic market. So larger part of the end user industries such as logistics and automobile industries, electronics and automotive industries, they are using collaborative robots a lot in many applications. For example, they use the collaborative robots in handling the materials, handling the assembly lines, pick and place of the objects. So these are the various job roles which the collaborative robots will try to address these problems basically. This is what the usage of the collaborative robots across different sectors. Basically, sectors covers automotive industries. They use larger part of the collaborative robots. And next comes the plastic and rubber, semiconductor industries, food and beverages, and then chemical and pharmaceutical. So these are the different industry verticals which they use the collaborative robots for their applications. So collaborative robots make up about 3% of the all robots sales, but that is predicted to increase to 34% by 2025. This is what the anatomy of the collaborative robot, which consists of a face recognition system. It consists of an eye which is fitted with the lidar. You know what do you mean by lidar? Now it is a imaging and detection basically, light imaging and detection basically. Light detection and imaging you can call it as. So it will be able to detect what is around the surroundings basically. That is how it makes the environment more user friendly, more comfortable for the human workforce to operate. It has got arms basically that will be able to pick and place the objects from one place to another place. So these are the features of the collaborative robot basically. And this slide shows the difference between the collaborative robot and other robots. Other robots, I mean that industrial robot and humanoid robots basically. See, these are the different types of robots. Autonomous robots are also there. So we have collaborative robot, we have industrial robot, and we have autonomous robots, and we have mobile robots, and we have cobots also. So if you see the down figure, you're able to see that this is a robot which is called as the industrial robot that is kept inside the fence. So faculty members, you should note that industrial robots are more dangerous to operate because they cannot be easily operated by the human workforce. They have to get operated on a fencing mode only, so that it will prevent accidents that are occurring basically. So let me play a short video over here. These are huge robot. This is an example of industrial robot. This is an industrial robot. So you can see that there is no human workforce which is working along with the universal robot, like industrial robots. You can see that the people are standing outside the fence. You're able to see that the persons are standing outside the fence, a little bit distance away from the robots. So from this video, you can see that these are very huge robots, like an industrial robot that is kept inside the fence, so to avoid any accidents, basically. So this is the future cobot which will be mobile. So right now it is a static, and now these cobots may be dynamic. Like they can move from one place to another place. So with the movement options, basically this is called mobile cobots, basically. So moving forward, this is what the video that shows, like the slide that shows the different features of the cobot. Basically, it is a lightweight cobot, 11 kg for this type of robot. Typically, robots with the 50 to 100 kg to lift the 5 kg, basically. And these are small cobots. They are very compact. They have a touchpad, and they are very easy to move around. They have 360 degrees of freedom, basically, and we can easily dismantle, and we can move it to one place to another place, basically. So there is no need to change the production layout. For example, you can see in the later on videos that you don't need to change the production layout, basically. And it can be installed in the production lines where conventional industrial robots cannot reach. So where the industrial robots cannot be able to perform the task, then we go for the universal, collaborative robots. So let me play a video over here. So they've got a teach pendant. One which is used by the person is called a teach pendant. So in this video, we are able to see that the pick, path, and place. So these are the three important tasks that has been performed by the collaborative robot: pick, path, and place. So it picks the object, it moves to the path, and it places the object in the bin also. So this is what I wanted to show this collaborative robot. So moving forward, this is what the components of the collaborative robot. It has got a gripper, like a got a hands actually, so that they can pick and hold the object. It's got a cameras to photograph the object so that it can send a message to the control systems. It has got a force sensor, so with how much force it has to pick the object. So pressure is equal to force per unit area. So if you know the force, then you can understand the the pressure which it has to be exerted on the object, basically. So these are the 6-axis cobots. As I said, that it has got 6 degrees of freedom that can change the way the business operates, basically ease of doing business with the collaborative robot. They are easy to program, fast setup, flexible deployment, collaborative, and the safe mode, fastest payback period also. These are the applications of collaborative robots. Basically, it has got 360 degrees of freedom, rotation, and payload from 3 kgs to even 10 kgs, 15 kgs. They are used basically for the packaging and palletizing, material handling, processing the tasks, assembly lines, inspection and visual tasks, painting and coating and dipping, and machine tending and finishing also. So these are the different applications of the collaborative robots. Let me show a video. It's a company called L'Oreal. You might have heard about this L'Oreal because it is a company which manufactures the shampoos basically. So let us now have a look on how this company uses the collaborative robot, and they are able to save the time, they are able to save the cost, they are able to save the human workforce from accidents. So how the whole industry is working with the use of the collaborative robots and gaining more confidence and more advantages about the usage of the collaborative robots. Let me play a video over here.
One of the key priorities for Pune factory as of now is being flexible and agile in terms of serving the market in real time. On line number 27, which is one of the fastest line in my production unit, the end of line operation, the putting the boxes on the pallet, we were doing it manually. Single operator doing the entire job of lifting 8,500 kgs of load every shift.
So you can see in this figure, this is what the figure which I wanted to show it to you. So this person, it is moving 8,500 kgs of the load. It's very difficult task to lift such a kind of weight. So let us see that how these collaborative robots are being utilized to reduce the human load. Actually,
single operator doing the entire job of lifting.
So single operator, he does 8,500 kgs per shift was lifted manually by a single operator. Okay.
8,500 kgs of load every shift. Right now, L'Oreal is footing and stepping up really hard onto the economics part. And this was one of the major concerns which came from down the line. When we did our economic risk analysis, we found that it is a level 4 risk and we wanted to eliminate that risk.
UR10 we installed before 2 years. The purpose of this installation was automatic palletization. Before installation of this cobot, we use a single pallet at a time for the palletization. Now, simultaneously, we can use both pallets without stopping the line, where we have a 30-minute saving in every shift for pallet changeover. We can work along with the cobot without any cage, without any safety guards. Since installation, we have never faced any breakdown problems. You can say this product is maintenance free, without any lubrication, without any maintenance investments.
We are having different people coming on the lines and different shifts. So sometimes when people change, it might impact the efficiency of the line. But with cobot coming into the picture, it gives you on process accuracy at just a single click.
Our team can use this cobot on any lines as per our requirement. We can ship this cobot easily.
Before cobot into the picture, it was like we used to have number of setups done, and it used to take around 60 minutes, 70 minutes just to change from one format to another. But now it's as simple. You just need to click the button, you just need to click it out, and the robot is ready to run on another variant. This has helped us to eliminate that ergonomic risk completely. Is that continuously bending and putting the boxes on the pallet. Secondly, is that handling a load of equivalent to 8 tons in a ship, that is completely eliminated. We have purchased one more cobot and that we have deployed on one of our lines. So I can say that this cobot is very user-friendly, maintenance-free, and very efficient. We are really very happy to have the universal cobot on our line.
So, faculty members, we have seen this video that how this collaborative robot was lifting the places basically. So these are the different applications of the collaborative robots. It is used for screw driving of the screws basically, and the pick and place, machine tending, welding also, pick and place, injection molding, assembly lines, painting, deburring and sand polishing, drilling also it can do. It can use the dispensing and robot guidance and packaging and palletizing also. So this is what the different applications of collaborative robots in the different manufacturing industries will have different tasks, isn't it? So different manufacturing will have unique tasks. One manufacturing unit is not similar to the other manufacturing unit. And there are different applications also. Based on the applications, this process will be designed. The process from one industry to other industry will be entirely different. For example, if there is an industry with having a welding option, and there is an industry with the painting this thing. So these are two different applications, entirely different applications, welding and painting. So this is how that each and every industries makes use of the collaborative robots for their manufacturing processes. So let me play a short video over here. Polishing. You can see that this is how it is used for the polishing. Again, pick and place of another object. Screw driving. So it can be used for the quality inspection also. Be able to find out the defects using the machine vision technology, guiding and dispensing. Lab analysis testing is used in pharmaceutical industries. They are used in pharmaceutical industries. So that is how very interesting applications of the collaborative robots which we have seen that one. And moving forward, this is a different type of robot which we have seen, the industrial robot, and this is a humanoid robot which is used for the commercial applications basically. Let me play a short video over here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to introduce you to Mitra, an indigenous robot developed by a young startup from Bengaluru.
So this is a humanoid robot.
May we now request the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and Ms. Ivanka Trump to initiate the logo launch for the Global Entrepreneurship Summit 2017. We request the Prime Minister to kindly press the Indian flag button on the screen.
Welcome, welcome, Shri Narendra Modi.
May we now request Ms. Ivanka Trump to kindly press the US flag button on the screen.
So this is how the humanoid robot, which is entirely different robot. And this is the current status of faculty members. This is the current status of the collaborative robot usage in the industries. Especially the main usage of these collaborative robots is in the automotive industries, automobile industries. Basically, it is used for material handling, welding, deburring, bolt tightening, sealant applications also. So let me play a video over here, which is the Mahindra Group, which is the
lot of disruptions are happening in auto industry.
leaders in the automotive
To
industry.
survive, we need to do continuous improvement, do better than what we were doing yesterday. I have been working here last 25 years. Our focus is mainly on the quality piece. Whichever is critical to quality, we want to automate it. So one of our team member gave a thought, can we go for a collaborative robot? We can implement online and it can work with our associates. It's not only the sealant application or the tightening application. There is a camera which checks the quality and it gets recorded. We are able to real-time monitor the Kobo performance also. It is very safe, easy to teach, very flexible. When Kobo is working with them, people are loving it.
रोबोट बरोबर काम करताना आम्हाला एकतर वेगळं फिलिंग येतं, कारण आतापर्यंत आम्ही ऑपरेटरशी कंपॅरिझन करत होतो. आता असं आहे का आम्ही मशीनशी कंपॅरिझन करतो. मशीनचं काम ॲक्युरेसी मध्ये असतं, 100% क्वालिटी असते. त्या क्वालिटीतच आम्ही काम करतो आणि त्याच्या स्पीडने आम्ही काम करतो. त्याचा एक वेगळा आनंद आम्हाला मिळतो.
Going forward, we want to explore how we can implement Kobo more and more. Future is enormous. We all have to continuously improve with respect to what we were doing yesterday.
So this is how the one of the industry, Mahindra industry, which is using the collaborative robot. So these are the usage of collaborative robots in Indian MSMEs. MSME stands for micro, small, medium enterprises industries in India. They are using the collaborative robot for different applications. For example, craft and technique industry in Pune. This is using the collaborative robot. Shruti Engineers in Pune, Laurel, which we have seen, New Engineering Works in Jamshedpur, Aura Lab at Chennai, and SMEW Textile Machinery at Gujarat. So these are the several MSMEs they are using the collaborative robots. These cobots are the boost engines, like these are the Make in India initiative. So SMEW Textile Machinery in Gujarat, they uses the collaborative robots and found that their efficiency has been increased by 300%. Now next comes the Shruti Engineers, which is located in Pune. They are saying that by utilizing the collaborative robot, they're able to increase their daily production by 75% actually. So these are the benefits of usage of the collaborative robots by using the collaborative robots in their manufacturing process. So let me play a short video over here, which will tell about the
Welcome to Ahmedabad. India's fastest growing city. This small city is home to some of India's biggest textile manufacturers. An industry that was established here as early as the 19th century.
The entrepreneurship talent over here was able to bring the mechanized manufacturing almost 140 years ago. I am Ashish Nagarshet, a managing director with SMEW Textile Machinery Private Limited. We are a textile machine manufacturer based in Ahmedabad, India. SMEW was started in 1958 and it's been our family business since then. We make textile winding machines. Our main product is the package winding machine, the rewinding machine, and some customized machines for winding as well. Gone from MSME to SME, which is medium scale enterprise, micro scale enterprise.
In Universal Robots.
A universal robot with its simplicity and non-requirement met our requirements specifically for this machine. The UR10 robot is basically being used for a pick and place application. Our operators find it very, very easy to use. It's on a different level as far as operator friendliness is concerned.
મારું નામ ચૌહાણ છત્રાજી જસવંતજી છે. હું એસેમ્બલરમાં 5 વર્ષથી નોકરી કરું છું. એનું પ્રોગ્રામિંગ અમે ઈઝી કરી શકીએ છીએ. મેન્યુઅલી કામ કરી શકો અમે એકદમ સ્પીડમાં કરી શકીએ છીએ. પ્લસ એમાં એક્સપિરિયન્સ યુનિવર્સલમાં થઈ શકતા નથી. નહીં એટલું બધું નથી.
The safety features were the most important part. The second important fact was the UR10 robot has a 360-degree movement in all the directions, which a normal industrial robot would not have. And that was one of the reasons why it could move in a very constrained space. The advantage with this application for us is that we are able to run the machine for much longer hours than what we would be doing using human labor. Before the robot was installed, we were making about 30 pieces a week. Now we are able to go from 30 pieces to almost 80 to 90 pieces per week. So that's a jump of almost 3 times. It's been very good for us because the return on investment is less than 12 months. We hope to have a long-term relationship with Universal Robots. We look forward to investing in more robots in the future and working along with the robots together.
Just like Ashish, at SMEW Machinery, many more small and medium-scale enterprises are choosing the Universal Robots cobots as an affordable solution to take their operations to the next big milestone.
So faculty members, it's a very interesting video from the SMEW Textile Machinery, which uses the collaborative robot. This is the successful case study of the collaborative robots in Indian MSMEs. So similarly, the Oro Lab in Chennai, they are able to increase their efficiency by 15%. And craft and technique industry, they have deployed the collaborative robots for automatic inspection and CNC machine tending. They're able to increase their production volume by 15 to 20% with no defects or customer, rejections basically. So let me play a video over here. Is my video visible, Mr. Sunil? Hello? Hello? My video visible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Craft and technique industry basically manufactures precision components mainly for the automobile industry. We make high power diesel engine components, marine engine components, Recently, we also started manufacturing refrigeration components. Today, in 2018, I'm proud to say that we are almost 70% export. Overall, India, we talk about unemployment, but the true fact of majority SME sector is that they don't get people. That's a fact. You cannot, I mean, I can bring about 100 SME people who will tell the same thing, that they don't get people. These are markers starting in 2003 with a manpower of 2 or 3 people, and right now in 2018 we have a strength of 100 odd people. And in 2004 and 2005 we started with spray paint. And we've been involved with almost all auto majors in the country for their daylight applications, primarily for HVAC, audio systems, cabin lights, cabin systems, hazard switches and all. Once you apply a paint on a product and you have to laser it, you have to maintain various parameters so that the laser engraving comes out very good. Now, paint application primarily in our country is done by manual application. Once we are doing these daylight applications, we need a very, very big expertise. And the thickness of deposit of paint on the product is very important. And we were having some issues with respect to quality and laser. A lot of our customers are also demanding automatic application of spray.
मी सुहास पिट्टे श्रुती इंजिनियर. कंपनी स्मॉल स्केल कंपनी आहे. हे जे जॉब मी जे सप्लाय करतोय हे सर्व लाईन आयटम्स आहेत. म्हणजे माझा आयटम जर का वेळेत कंपनीपर्यंत नाही पोहोचू शकलो, माझ्या कस्टमर पर्यंत नाही गेला तर त्याचं लाईन स्टॉपेज होतं. I visited Japan where there are robots working at the same time on the assembly line. The problem there is that the entire assembly line is fenced and nobody can get in. That was the challenge that we kind of saw. Plus the size of the robots there was very huge. We did have this notion in mind that robotics is expensive. That was the first obstacle to kind of overcome before we went for robotic operations. What I had in mind was probably a smaller operation, a smaller robot. And when I checked for different robots available in the market, Universal Robot did definitely top that list, very honest. Collaborative robots was one very important point going ahead with Universal, because we got a lot of operators working on the shop floor, and we did not want to seclude an area just because there was robotic operations there. The kind of productivity you get through SME shop floors is standard at about 85 to 90%. The robot today is giving me 95% efficiency every single day. I am easily getting about 15 to 20% increase in productivity because of the robot.
Once we decided to set up a robo, we had a couple of things in mind. We had a space constraint, so we had to think of what kind of space and what kind of robo we had to set up. Secondly was the safety aspect. So since we had a very confined space, we had to see that how friendly the robo system is in working with a human. Universal Robo is a very small robo. We can install it anywhere on the base panel also or hanging also. So once we have put this Universal Robo into production, it's hardly 2 months. And what we have observed is we are getting a better quality product. The rate of rejections or rework have reduced drastically. We are doing X+2 with the robo even running at 50% of the speed. So in a couple of months' time, we'll increase the speed, and then of course we'll go almost 1.5 times what we were getting previously with the human interface.
कंपनी स्मॉल स्केल कंपनी आहे, तरी पण आम्ही रोबोट लावायला निर्णय घेतला. याचं कारण म्हणजे पहिली गोष्ट मशीन इफिशियन्सी. डाऊन टाइम कमी होता. मशीन इफिशियन्सी मॉनिटर केली रोबोट लावल्यानंतर आधी मी 300 पर डे जॉब जे करायचो ते आता मी 400 पर डे पर्यंत नेलेले आहे रोबोट. एक तर रोबोट असल्यामुळे ह्युमन इंटरफेस असल्यामुळे तो वापरणं फार सोपं होतं. युनिव्हर्सल रोबोटचं प्रोग्रामिंग हे एवढं सोपं आहे एक दिवसाच्या ट्रेनिंग मध्ये मी प्रोग्रामिंग पूर्णपणे शिकलेलं आहे. मी रोबोट वापरायला 1 दिवसात शिकलो. मी कुठल्याही अडचणीशिवाय रोबोट वापरू शकतो. जो माणूस स्मार्टफोन यूज करतो तो रोबोट वापरू शकतो. लोकांच्या मनात की रोबोट फार महाग आहे, तसं नाहीये. ऍक्च्युली रोबोट पासून खूप वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे फायदे. आता मी दुसरी एक मशीन नवीन आता घेतलेली आहे जस्ट 15 दिवसापूर्वी. त्याचंही माझं प्लॅनिंग चालू आहे की त्या मशीनलाही मी रोबोट लावणार आहे. यूनिवर्सल जो रोबोट है जिसको मैं हैंडल कर रहा हूँ, बट इसको बहुत इजीली हैंडल कर सकता हूँ, इसकी प्रोग्रामिंग कर सकता हूँ, इसकी इन्वर्टर कोड जो है वो सब मैं अपने नॉर्मली सेट कर सकता हूँ. मुझे इससे कोई काम करने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं आ रही है. इसको मैं यूज करता हूँ एज ए लाइक फोन.
All these guys are handling the robot by themselves, and they have been very clearly told that they are not on the firing line because of robot. We are going to install more robots, and these guys will be trained. And we have plans in 2018-19 to get at least 3 robots in-house working with us.
I feel everybody should start the process of automation right from the first stage itself. So the best combination I know is that we want to have robots. And somehow I have that vision that Catty needs to have at least 10 robots. We will definitely see more than at least 5 robots in categories.
So this is how you have seen that the different MSME industries, they are using the collaborative robots in the manufacturing industry. And coming to the point that collaborative robots are not automotive industries, especially the Bajaj Auto, who are the automotive industry third largest in the globally. They are the third largest manufacturers of automotive industries, and also they are the second largest manufacturer of automotive vehicles in India basically. So they are using the collaborative robots, and in fact they in the industry, the Bajaj Auto, 50% of the Bajaj workforce is comprising of the women on their assembly lines. So let us see this video how we can see that this collaborative robot being used by the Bajaj Auto.
Millions of women in India today are giving wings to their ambitions. Rameshwari is one of the employees who has entrusted her dreams to the visionaries at Bajaj Auto Limited. Founded in 1945, Bajaj Auto Limited in India is the world's third largest. It sold close to 3.3 million vehicles in 2015. The man behind this success is Mr. Rahul Bajaj. Taking the legacy to new highs is his son, Rajiv Bajaj. Bajaj saw huge transformations in its production systems under the passionate technical leadership of Pradeep Srivastava. Bajaj also became the first company in India to implement collaborative robots in the assembly lines way back in the year 2010, and now has over 100 cobots deployed in its production facilities. From repetition to efficiency, the journey has been an exhilarating, a true example of giving the power to the worker. Armed with these cobots, these workers play a significant role in the Make in India drive.
In 2010, we were looking for solutions for automating our assembly lines. Basically, the two-wheeler assembly lines are highly labor intensive, they're space challenged, and they can have very physically taxing movements as well because of huge amount of repeated motions requiring precision. Apart from that, there was an emerging requirement. So by trying to automate these lines, one of the basic requirements was that of standardization. Whatever automation we chose, it had to be standardized so it could be horizontally deployed. So overall put together, we also needed productivity, we needed flexibility, we needed reliability, and most of all the ergonomics of the workers over there. And we were also cognizant of the requirement of the women workforce over there.
What made you choose Universal Robots?
Well, throughout that time when we were searching for these robots for our assembly lines, we did an intense study on all the robots available in the market at that point of time. So UR robots, we found that they were very compact, they were very light in weight. Others robots did. And most significantly, they were very safe to work with human beings because they were collaborative in nature. Actually, we tested these robots for almost 3 months. That they were pretty safe, they met all the functional requirements. And so it was like then put in as a standard solution which we wanted to deploy. We deployed it for various applications. We did material handling, we did machine tending, we did a lot of special processes which are now patented, including decal applications. And of course, we moved into assembly lines where we are trying to help the ergonomics of the workers have the right kind of precision, repeatability.
हमारी यही ख्वाहिश रहेगी कि हमारी जो बाइक से व्हीकल से वो कस्टमर तक बेटर क्वालिटी पहुंचे, इसलिए कोबोट ज्यादा हेल्प करता है. मुझे प्राउड है कि हमारा आउटपुट इजीली निकल जाता है. ऐसा नहीं पहले जितना पेन होता था, जितना हार्ड वर्क होता था, अभी उतना नहीं होता. हमारी बजाज ऑटो कंपनी में 50% लड़की है और 50% लड़के. कितना भी मुश्किल काम हो वो अभी इजीली करती है, तो मुझे बहुत प्राउड फील होता है उसके लिए भी, और मैं कोबोट के साथ काम करती हूँ इसके लिए भी.
This application ensures consistent quality and takes away fatigue from cell members' activity. Here the robot is moving in synchronization with the assembly conveyor. All the coordinates of the bolts are captured with the vision system, and after processing through a complex algorithm, the bolts are tightened with a DC nut runner.
क्योंकि मतलब अलग टेक्नोलॉजी, अलग डिवाइस हम ऑपरेट करते, मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था मैं कर सकूंगी नहीं कर सकूंगी, लेकिन जब मैं करने लगी तो मुझे बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग लगा. ये इजी था, जो हार्ड पेन था वहां पे, जो वहां का एक्स्ट्रा बैलेंसिंग था वो बहुत कम हुआ, और वो इजीली सब बोल्ट्स टाइट हो रहे थे.
Rameshwari bids goodbye to her best buddy at work, her collaborative robot. Looking forward to yet another exciting.
So this is how the collaborative robots are being used in automotive industry. 50% of the women workforce, they use the collaborative robots in their assembly lines in the Bajaj Auto. So smart manufacturing, I think that you might have heard about this. Smart manufacturing means manufacturing of the products using the disruptive technologies such as collaborative robots, automated guided vehicles, Internet of Things, 3D printing, additive manufacturing, machine learning, data analytics, blockchain. So these are the disruptive technologies. When we use these disruptive technologies in the manufacturing of products, then we call this manufacturing as a smart manufacturing. We call those factories which uses the industry 4.0 are called as the silent factories or smart factories actually. So what are the benefits while we go for a smart manufacturing using collaborative robots and automotive vehicles, automated guided vehicles? It will reduce the cost basically, and it will enhance the production also, low payback period. It saves a lot of time, and there is a short return of investment also. So Bajaj Auto is the first company in India to establish the silent factory, which is a smart factory where all the operations are very silent using the advanced disruptive technologies such as collaborative robots. So let me show a video which is about the silent factory.
ये फैक्ट्री लगती ही नहीं है। सब कुछ इतना शांत है यहाँ, विश्वास ही नहीं होता। इस फैक्ट्री में 80% औरतें काम करती हैं और हम सब मिलकर एक बहुत ही आधुनिक स्कूटर बना रहे हैं। ये असली प्रगति है।
Everything here is high tech. I've been making bikes for 30 years. But this is something different. It's magical.
मेरा एक छोटा बेटा है। यहाँ जो मैं गाड़ी बना रही हूँ, उससे हमारा कल बेहतर बनेगा।
So this is what I wanted to show the video of the silent factory. Okay. So let us have a break, Mr. Sunil. Mr. Sunil. Mr. Sunil. Am I audible? Am I audible? So let us have a break for.
Sir, I can hear your voice.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sunil. So let us have a break, Mr. Sunil.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. So we will start the session back now.
Oh, yes, sir.
So moving forward, so this Bajaj Auto, which is using the smart manufacturing technologies, such as collaborative robots, they have around 150 collaborative robots in their assembly lines, and they too have the automated guided vehicles basically. So I will I will discuss about the automated guided vehicles in the later stage. So they increase the productivity. We are able to have the zero annual maintenance cost, reduce the power consumption, improved production capabilities also. The materials can be transferred place with high precision and without delays also, without the human workforce also. So these technologies, by using these technologies, we can enhance the customer acquisition and the serving also. So, so these are the major benefits of the smart manufacturing technologies used by the Bajaj Auto. Basically, they are able to embrace the new age disruptive technologies for their manufacturing processes, number one. So they were able to innovate the process of manufacturing, for example, patenting the board applications. So they are able to reduce the cost by 30 to 40% by using the smart manufacturing technologies. And 58% increase in the productivity also has happening due to the smart manufacturing. And lastly, empowerment of women workforce by sharing the workspace with the collaborative robots in their assembly lines. So these are the benefits. And moving forward, this is the collaborative robots in academia. So let us now have a look on, there is a college called the PSG College of Technology, which they are having a robotics department is there in their college. So they have procured the collaborative robots and they're able to train the students by performing the experimentation with the collaborative robots. So let me play a video over here, which will talk about the collaborative robots.
Dr. K. Prakashan, principal in charge, ESG College of Technology. We have totally about 8,500 students. We are ranked within top 50 institutions in the country. And it is a part of our vision and mission that things should continuously get updated.
In 2011, PSG College of Technology decided to start an undergraduate program in robotics and automation. That is the first kind of a program in the state of Tamil Nadu. So when you talk about institution of international repute in robotics, I think we should have all the ingredients. So we have industrial robots, then we were searching for cobots, then we find universal robots. We have a UR5 universal robot. After buying it, we felt it is very, very user-friendly, very easy to set up, and it is a robot that works on an open source platform. So students can also download some driver software and they can do some experiments. So customization is very easy. We have incorporated this into the curriculum for the BE Robotics and Automation Engineering program.
The traditional robots that we have in our laboratories, they are very huge. They are kept inside these safety cages and fences where we are not allowed to enter. They have a separate workspace and operators have to stand outside the workspace. Whereas in the case of cobots, we can work along with the cobots. That is, traditional robots work autonomously for the human beings, whereas the cobots work along with the human beings. Cobots can be moved from one place to another. It's done using trolleys and other carts.
As a teacher, I can take it to the classroom. So students can also have a feel how when I say 6 degrees of freedom, instead of they have to imagine, you can demonstrate in the classroom itself. Robotic operating system is a very popular operating software which is now used in a lot of robots. Take other brands of robots, they have customized their own dedicated software. But Universal Robots has a platform where it works on rows. So for our students, it is easy to understand the application of rows in an industrial robot. When we presented this proposal to Department of Heavy Industries, Government of India, the Government of India wanted a state-of-the-art center where not only...
So this is how the collaborative robots are used in academia. So there are a lot of training initiatives by the Government of India, in fact, including the Andhra Pradesh State Skill Development Corporation, National Productivity Council, Quality Council of India, PhD Chamber of Commerce, Confederation of Indian Industries has been conducting a lot of training programs and certifications and webinars to reskill and upskill the this thing. So let us now have a look on how these automation in Indian industries are happening. Like Walmart owned Flipkart has deployed around 100 robots. Flipkart's robots are able to sort nearly 4,500 packages in an hour. And also which is like industries like Kaya Motors and Havels Limited, they're using the collaborative robots basically. So they are industrial robots also for their manufacturing industries. Let us have a look on the Kaya Motors, which is located in Andhra Pradesh. So this is one industry. Another industry I would like to play this video. It is a very interesting video of the Havells India Limited. They are the pioneers in the manufacturing of electrical equipments.
Combining cutting-edge innovation with a firm grasp of their customers' needs. Lloyd, a leading consumer durable brand that operates in high-end LED TVs, air conditioners, washing machines, and refrigerators, is now owned by the FMEG giant Havells India Limited. A company with a legacy that goes back to the 1950s.
When we bought Lloyd, we again came back to our philosophy that we can be globally competitive. And today we have set up a very large manufacturing facility, and we are very proud to say that we will be now selling everything made in India in Lloyd air conditioners.
Located in Kilod, Rajasthan, the air conditioner manufacturing unit of Lloyd is one of the largest air conditioner plants in all of Asia and is operated entirely on energy generated through the rooftop solar panels. The plant functions with complete automation, a tremendous industry advantage that significantly improves manufacturing efficiency. This is as per the Industry 4.0 principle.
In India, still there are plants which are with the Industry 2.0 and 3.0. So as compared to that, this is one of the latest plant which uses all kind of a latest technology. We are using 70 robotic operations in a very efficient and effective manner to continue for the mass production, which will help us in ensuring the inbuilt quality.
The plant extensively uses artificial intelligence and digital technology, where all the machines and processes are connected through a single robotic Wi-Fi system.
Apart from robotic arms, we also use AGVs, which is automatic guided vehicle. How the AGVs help is that they're all pre-programmed. So they go to the location. Let's say if an assembly A is ready and it needs to go to now assembly B, so it's pre-programmed as per time. So they pick up, from A and then take it to B.
Lloyd is the only brand with capabilities of manufacturing all parts of a complete air conditioner in-house, which makes the product cost-effective and energy efficient. This high-tech plant also manufactures heat exchangers. A plethora of smaller parts are manufactured from scratch in this factory as well. These are made from an assortment of raw materials that include copper tubes, aluminium, and steel sheets, and high-impact polyester. The steel parts, once carved out, are sent to the paint shop, where they are covered in coats of eco-friendly zirconium chemical paint for durability and aesthetic appeal. All these manufactured components are then assembled together into an air conditioner as we know it. Before the ACs can be dispatched, they go through various stages of rigorous quality checks. With a vision into the future, the company is now planning to launch air conditioners activated by voice command. Turn on AC. Okay, their next big ticket item.
I think over a period of time, we will see all our product categories getting connected to each other, communicating to each other with the Internet of Things. The future lies in how we can make our products, from electrical and mechanical products to completely electronic products, where we can have Internet of Things tied in.
Havells India Limited has today emerged as a dominant player in the fast-moving electrical goods industry,
and continues to soar to greater heights.
So this is how the video from the Havels India Limited. So moving forward, so we have faculty members. We have a lot of demo centers across India to promote the Industry 4.0 technology. So we have Siemens India Digital Factory in Maharashtra, Siemens Digital Experience and Application Center at Karnataka, Marshall India 4.0 Center at Ludhiana, Omron Automation Center at Maharashtra also. So e-learning through the collaborative robots, I would like to throw the more important aspect of this website, which is the Universal Robots Academy. Let me take you through this website. If you have the laptop, you can open this link actually. So Universal Robotic Academy. So click this one, Start Academy. Explore the training courses. No, sorry. Free learning courses. So you can go this free learning courses. These are the different courses are there. You can learn it on your own, faculty members. So, and this module which I can show it to you. Okay. So these are the different modules are there. Like you can go through this module. So probably tomorrow I will explain this session basically because I think I need to log in actually. So COVID and cobot, like restructuring of your production lines can be minimized using this collaborative robots. They are used for the personal protection equipment to protect the employees. It ensures the product reach the end customers on time basically. So this is a smart factory that looks like Internet of Things, cobots, blockchain, computer vision. And the cost of the collaborative robots is 15 to 25 lakhs depending upon the payload. What do you mean by payload? Payload is nothing but the weight that the collaborative robots can lift the objects, basically object weight. So these are the Indian manufacturers that that manufacture the collaborative robots: Alsted, Astemo, Brado, and Make in India. This thing. And this is how the revolution of the collaborative robots. It's very interesting video which I wanted to show it to you.
Nice.
So that is the interesting video about the collaborative robot, and these are the salient features of the first industrial robot, Bravo. It is manufactured by the TAL Manufacturing Solutions in collaboration with the Tata Motors, and it can lift the payload from 2 kgs to 50 kgs. It is used for assembling and tooling, handling and palletizing, mission and press tending, inspection and testing, deburring, brazing and cutting also. So this is a humanoid robot which is manufactured by the for different applications. Like it is used in presently by the Mahindra company in Great Uttar Pradesh, Noida, where it performs the HR transactions, basically assisting the HR team in creating and enhance the employee experiences, leverages the state-of-the-art technology, that is artificial intelligence. And so this is what this thing. And so conclusions, like there are proven record of competencies in the smart innovations and disruptive technologies in India, successful implementation of smart manufacturing technologies across manufacturing sectors. There is an increase in the employment opportunities with the advent of the smart innovation and technologies in India. The facts and figures reported the inclusive growth in the manufacturing sector, so that enormously contribute for the economy of the nation. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity for the today's session. So any questions which I can invite any questions from anybody? So any questions from audience? Any questions? Mr. Sunil?
Yes, sir.
So you can invite any questions from anybody?
Participants, if you have any questions, please ping in the chat box, or you can unmute your mic and speak.
So if any questions, okay. So Mr. Sunil, we will wind up the session today.
Sir, we can.
Okay. So I think that.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much for all the participants. Thank you, Sunil ji.